FK the Pod listeners. We got a lot of updates on games and stuff this week. We got game shows that we're playing, game shows that we're reporting on, because it's FK the Pod. I'm your host, Reed Wilson, joined by Trent Tatum and Seth Butler, also hosts or co-hosts or members of the pod. There's no real titles here. But how are you guys feeling? How you doing? Keep it moving.
Dude, feeling good. Feeling maybe a little bit under the weather. Got a little bit of a sore throat, stuffy nose this week, so we'll see what happens.
Getting hit by that winter arc?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, well, dude, we haven't spoken to you in so long because you've refused all social gatherings with no purpose for 3 months.
Yeah, you're right.
Or whatever it was.
You're right, man. Yeah, I was working on myself. No women,
yes.
No fap.
Sleeping 6 hours, eating one meal. It's like being in prison somewhere, maybe. I don't know.
But I'm dedicated, I'm working, and I'm studying hard.
Hard.
That's right.
Not measurably hard, but hard.
Demonstrably hard.
I'm feeling good as well.
Good.
You know, no complaints here. Keeping on, etc. And I'm drinking a Miller Lite. So I actually only have one Heine, or not Heine, Yingy, Lingy in the fridge.
I actually only have one butt.
Yes.
Left.
Yeah, only one butt left. So I'm drinking a Miller Lite fine Pilsner beer.
Well, we're going to go over Fantasy Dancing with the Stars, commonly known as FDWTS, since we got hit with a weird double episode last time, so we couldn't get any updates. So we're a few weeks removed. We got 3 weeks of scores coming in.
That's several.
So a couple elims today. So one of us should definitely get a stronger drink than what they're currently drinking right now, I think, would be my recommendation for this current segment, and then the ones going forward. They may not be that much of a competitor, but we'll get to them later because I'm going first, right? So we got Dwight Howard. We're going over weeks 3 and 4 and 5. For those looking at the spreadsheet, don't pay attention to the categories. They're old. They're from last year. I never updated them.
All right.
So I'm sharing my screen so the audience at home, the audio listeners, can see it, right? So then, whatever, no one's gonna care. We got the we got NBA center Dwight Howard, formerly known as Superman, FKA Superman. You know, week 3, 23, week 4, 29. They combine those nights, but I didn't put that score in, so that's 52 points. For my boy Dwight Howard, and then this past week he got a 29. So 29 actually 2 times in a row. 29, the lowest score this week, but he's still in the game.
He's still there. There's no eliminations this week, huh?
No, there is. I haven't colored it.
Oh, it's not. We don't know it yet. Got it.
Yeah,
got it. Understood.
Okay.
All right, who else you got, Reed?
Oh, yeah. It's been a while. It's been a minute. I got Brooks Nader. Okay. 8, who got 20 points in week 2, 28 points in week 3, 33 points in week 4, and 32 points in week 5, which is tied for the 3rd highest score this time. But that doesn't mean shit because she got eliminated. She came in 9th place. So it's my first elim of the season.
Wow, welcome.
I'm down 1. Trent and I both have 3. Seth has some people as well, so we'll keep going. I got Olympic gymnast Steven Drozdik, who got a 30, then a 32, then a 33 highest score this past week. Shout out to the Pommel Horse guy. He's getting points, primary point getter. And then I got Phaedra Parks from reality TV shows, who got a 30, then a 26, then a 32, and stayed in the game. That 32 is a tricky score. So overall I got 522 points, which puts me in first place.
Yeah, but not for long, hopefully. All right. Because you're down to 3 players now as well. Mm-hmm. And I think if I still had one of my players, it'd be a close match. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, the 2 combined scores of week 3 and week 4 for Reginald Vell Johnson was a 42. which put him squarely on the chopping block. Probably rightfully so, but his memory lives on in my name, in my team name, if you will. But the rest of the Vel Johnson 4, the final 3 of the Vel Johnson 4, did pretty good. We've got Chandler Kinney, actress and singer, with a 36 in week 3, a 33 in week 4, and a 32 in week 5. Looks like she may be petering out a little bit. But then we have Joey Graziati. I can't get that name right ever, dude. The Bachelor star with a 34, a 36, and a 36. Definitely the strongest contestant on my team so far. And we also have Danny Amendola, NFL wide receiver, with a 30, a 30, and a 36. So my score for the season is a 507. Hopefully they can keep up those high scoring dance moves. All right.
Week 5 was Disney night.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Disney night.
Disney.
So I've got my original team, which is not called Team Female because that's Reed's team name. Consisted of Tori Spelling, Jin Tran, Anna Delvey, and Alona Marr. We already covered the unfortunate loss of both Anna Delvey, famous con artist, and Tori Spelling, famous 90210 actor. I believe that here it is indicated that I picked up free agent Eric Roberts.
Yep.
He was unfortunately canned over the last couple of weeks. Week 3 he got a 24. Week 4 he got a 22. Was canned. He didn't make it to Disney Night, the most recent episode. So I appreciate picking up that free agent, but again, he didn't last all that long. But I do still have 2 players, starting with a pool of 5 and ending up with 2, or starting out with 4, losing 2, getting 1, losing 1, leaves me with 2 ultimately. I still have Olympic rugby player Alona Marr, who got a 30 in week 3 and also a 26 in week 4. It was said that this 26 is the result of a breakdown. That's what it said on some reportage I saw. So I don't know if there's like a big mistake or what happened, but she got a 26 in week 4.
The judges don't really like breakdancing that much.
Right. They said, you're in Olympic rugby, not Olympic breakdancing. I don't know what this is. But the article I saw called her the comeback kid because she got a 32 this week after a low score last week, which is pretty good. So she's my shining star of the week. Jin Tran, she's pretty consistently doing good. Bachelorette actress. She got a 31 week 3, a 31 week 4, and a 32 on Disney night tonight. So my 2 remaining players I'm pretty confident in, but it is tough to have 2 players, to have already lost 3 players. So
yeah, damn.
Dude, Dwight Howard putting in the work, getting the worst scores like every week and not getting kicked off the show.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah. I was about to say too, like it's kind of astonishing how bad Reginald Vel Johnson's scores were.
Reggie VJ.
He's been pretty tough. Well, he's been almost on par with Eric Roberts, right?
Yeah.
But not quite. It's pretty crazy.
Also, just as a quick, what do you call it when you have to fix something that you said earlier? Retraction?
Yep.
So tonight was actually, or when we're recording this, was actually dedication night, not Disney night. I don't know if Disney night was different.
Is it not week 5?
Maybe week 3 and 4 combine.
Gotcha.
But this is,
Week
I'm reading an
5
article from currently.
Yeah, week 5 says it's Disney night, so I guess. Yeah, so week 4 was a dedication night. You're right, correct. Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? I just wanted to go through some of the
Soul
people
Train night and hair metal night.
I just want to go through some of the people who our dancers shouted out. Chandler Kinney shouted out her mom. That's pretty nice. Steven Netarosik shouted out men's gymnastics. Right, not even anybody in particular. He's shouting out a sport. Danny Amendola with that big Dola playoff energy. He danced to that song "Unsteady" by Ex Ambassadors. I think that's kind of funny. And he shouted out NCAA head football coach Mike Leach, who I think has recently died. Right?
Yeah, he died
Oh,
recently.
damn.
He was like a famous alcoholic, I think.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Mike Leach. Dwight Howard apparently danced to one of his own songs.
Let's go. He's the man.
I didn't know he was a recording artist, but he danced to his own song, "Shoot for the Stars."
Let's go. He's trying.
Damn.
I think he's got to be staying in based off of meme votes.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
He dedicated it to his kids, which is nice. Phaedra Parks dedicated to her mom. Brooks Nader
Boring.
dedicated to
Dude.
her sisters, Mary Holland, Grace Ann, and Sarah Jane.
And Ralph.
Those are some American names.
Brooks Nader. I still can't believe that's who's Brooks Nader? A model? That's such
Yeah.
a country backwoods
It is.
sounding name. It's
She
crazy.
sounds like she owns like a car repair shop and is a man.
Yeah.
She
Brooks
sounds
Nader.
like she should be she should be on the golf course.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
With Kepka.
Joey Graziati, he shouted out his fiance, and I think this is interesting because the photo they chose here is him with this dancer.
This dude doesn't have a photo on Wikipedia.
The photo on this Us Weekly
That's pretty nuts.
thing.
That's pretty nuts that a Bachelor star doesn't have a single photo on their Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
More crazy that this person who was on Dancing with the Stars doesn't have a photo on their Wikipedia page. Because
Yep.
I will say, everyone uses Wikipedia for shit and whatnot. The Wikipedia for Dancing with the Stars is the best. It's the best Wikipedia of anything. It's constantly updated and it's fully loaded with links everywhere. It's insane how good it is. This kind of does the whole segment for me. I just go down and I grab it. It's just completely and it's updated so frequently.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's
That's
insane.
funny.
It's the best Wikipedia out there. So
Damn,
donate
that
to
is
him if
kinda
you
cool.
want, I guess.
Donate to Wikipedia so we can keep this segment going.
Yeah, please shout out to his family.
I was just bringing this up. I think it's funny that Joey Graziati, the photo here is him, and he's wearing a dress shirt unbuttoned to show his bare chest, and he's dancing with this woman in a dress, and just kind of interesting. He's no, shout out to my wife though, or my fiance. That's a good.
He's just got to make sure he gets that in there.
Yes, yeah, that's a good damage control thing here while you're doing the dip with some other woman. Ilona Maher shouted out the U.S. Women's National Rugby Sevens team, which is kind of a mouthful there. This one's also really interesting. Jin Tran, Bachelorette star. Her song was to "The Archer" by Taylor Swift, and her dedication was to none other than Taylor Swift herself. So,
Dude, come on.
I've
That
never
sucks.
heard of The Archer before. Is that a new one?
I think it's on her Dead
The
Department Society.
Dead music.
Dead Music Records Society.
Dude, that sucks. That sucks, man.
So
You got
I don't know. I'm
family
excited.
members, Jen. You have family members. All right?
They haven't been for her as much as been there for her as much as Taylor Swift has.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So, well, I'm excited for future weeks. I think I don't know. Maybe Disney Week is next week. Excited to see what's up there.
Where is it?
Oh,
So.
yeah. Dude,
Cool stuff.
actually, not quite Disney, but animated movie that I watched this weekend and thoroughly fucking enjoyed. Puss in Boots: The Last Witch.
Oh man.
Told you it was a good fucking movie. God damn it.
It's so good, dude. It's crazy. I was watching it on a weekend. Took an edible beforehand. And so
Yeah.
like just seeing the graphics of this movie, the visuals was incredible. It was awesome. It was like, it felt original, kind of like Shrek was original. It had
Yeah.
a bunch of fun characters, which was really cool, and it looked even better. It made me proud of DreamWorks, seeing how far they've come. It was a
Cool.
good movie, man. It was really good.
Have you seen Puss in Boots 1?
No,
Okay. Did you think that you had missed out because you hadn't seen Puss in Boots 1?
no, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
I didn't think I missed anything. This is completely its own story, right? What's his name? Jack Horner. Love that character. He's fucking hilarious.
Oh, is
Jack
that-
Horner.
I think he just had a kid. It's the guy who's new in town, isn't he?
Is it? Is it?
Yeah. The
What's
you're
his
talking
name?
about the big guy with all the items.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm new in town.
John Mulaney?
Yeah. Congrats,
Damn,
just
I
had a
didn't
kid.
realize that. That's crazy.
Huh.
Anyways, that character hilarious. So funny.
Yeah, he's got like a bag. He's got like all the magical items from all the fables.
Yep.
Like,
Also, Seth, Florence Pugh is Goldilocks.
oh,
I did not know that.
yeah. She doesn't sound like Florence Pugh.
Yeah, she does.
I-
She's like not even putting on an accent, man.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. I saw a
She's
movie
just
one
using
time.
her
I saw it when it
British
came
accent.
out. So it's been a minute. But
Goldilocks and three. Every character in this show is pretty good, pretty cool. Except for I'm not a huge fan of the dog. I guess.
Yeah, I don't like what they call him, like what his name ends up being and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's ugly looking the whole time. I guess that's the point, but like I think it could have made him less
Yeah.
ugly.
Seth, have you seen? What is it?
Puss in Boots. The last
What
Wish.
We Do in
No.
the Shadows.
I have seen What We Do in the Shadows, yeah.
So Guillermo,
Right.
that guy plays a little gross Chihuahua mutt.
Is it
Okay,
the guy
I've
who
seen this Chihuahua mutt before. I think
Is he the
photos
guy
of this
that
Chihuahua mutt.
says things funny?
He doesn't really say things funny in the show, the
think
What We
he's
Do in the Shadows show,
It's a
but
different guy.
I don't. No, yeah, that's Laszlo, whatever, Cobblepot. I don't know what it is. I'm thinking about the
Cravensworth.
penguin right now. I don't know what Laszlo's last name. Cravensworth, Laszlo Cravensworth.
Yeah.
Of course, no, not him. Different guy.
Guillermo is Nandor's familiar.
He just wants to be a vampire so bad. That's like the whole show.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not a vampire?
He's a
He's like,
nerd.
make-
He's a freaking dweeb, dude.
He's like, turn me into a vampire, and they're like, no, I don't think so.
I don't really feel like it.
Yeah.
I've got a fairy tale segment I want to do in future weeks. There's like some. Maybe we could work it into spooky season, but there's like somewhere someone who they were probably in grad school and they had to do something, or they probably teach like I
Management?
don't know,
Science?
history or literature or something. They categorize like every folk tale. So there's a system of categorizing.
Is it a fable? Is it a tall tale? Is it a myth?
Let me just read you this quick bit from, and this will hopefully titillate the audience to come back when we talk about this in the future.
Tantalization.
In folkloristics, Puss in Boots is classified as Arn Thompson Uther, who are the three people who put together this like framework for classifying these things. 545B, Puss in Boots, a subtype of ATU 545, the cat as helper. So there's a whole category of fairy tales and folk tales that involve cats as helpers that are all probably related to one story, as where there was a cat that was a helper, and it's been translated to a bunch of different languages. And sometimes there's a cat wearing boots. Sometimes the cat's probably not wearing boots. I don't know. But this is like number 545, which means there are like 500 other weird little classifications of fairy tales. So anyway,
Shout out folkloristics.
I'll do some more folkloristics research and bring this back up in future. But this is something I've had. I have this in my my pod ideas folder bookmarked.
Yeah, dude. That's
So,
kind of cool. I like that.
Well,
I wonder which our favorite category is. Mine is probably it probably involves dragon. Someone slaying dragon. It's probably
Dragon
number
teeth,
one.
nuts. 546. Well, I have a segment that is not, backed up by any kind of collegiate literature. This is all shit that I just knew and or did with a quick Google search. I've been,
Okay.
watching a lot of football because it's football season. Football season comes with commercials, and the commercials come with you're going to be watching commercials on NBC, Fox, and CBS, which means you're going to get hit with some commercials for crime procedurals,
Right.
which is what I grew up watching. So I'm like, I'm used to this shit. But it's funny to look at them now, right? Where basically there's an A plot. You start off, the crime happens. That's the A plot. Theme song happens, and you have two of your main characters. They're doing a little diatribe. They're doing stuff.
Yeah.
They're on a stakeout.
Yeah, they're doing something. They say they drop one kind of line that's like a beginning of a joke. Then it goes to the B people. The other team's doing something. Then the A team does an investigation. The B team does something, and then it gets to the end. They wrap up. They find the bad person, the perpetrator, perp, right?
Had them.
Right, and then they get to the end, and then they wrap up that little joke that they started at the beginning. That's what happens in every single one of these shows for the most part, and they're on, but they're
Okay.
great. And CBS kills it. Frankly, they got the CBS. They know drama. Frankly, that's what some people would say. But
No drama.
this is basically it's our classic. Most of them are real. Most of them are real. A few of them are not. Kind of segment, So
Oh, yeah.
I got some ones based off of different procedurals that are on mainstream media networks. They're not all from CBS. They're not all from DC. They're not all from Fox. So there's some there. We'll see what we got. And there's also a bonus question on everyone of which one of these is my favorite.
Okay.
So if you gotta guess that for most of them, there's like one or two that doesn't work, but it's I'll give you 4 or 5 shows. You gotta tell me which one is not whatever the question is, and then which one is my favorite. There's a little bonus, a little tip of the hat. Y'all feel? Any questions?
So are some of these recent that you're including here?
Yeah.
Like, okay. Like, do you have Tracker on here? I feel like that's the one I've seen commercials for. I don't know if that
I
one
do
counts.
have Tracker in one of them.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm ready for this. Go Tracker. I haven't seen Tracker. That's
I've
just
not seen
I've seen the
Tracker
most
either.
commercials for that one.
All right,
Tracker.
we'll start off with some CSI questions. Okay,
Okay.
All
classic.
right. I've never seen any of these shows.
First,
By the way.
you guys tell me what CSI means.
Ooh, I know. Ding, ding, ding.
Crime
Should I
scene
go?
investigation.
Yep, pretty
Yeah,
much.
Okay.
It might be sometimes it's investigators, but it's
I hardly
it's
know
called-
hers.
Yeah, ayo.
We should call
Alright.
it CC. Like we're speaking Spanish. CC.
Closed
Anyway.
captions.
Like cubic centimeters?
Yeah.
You mean milliliters? Well, anyway, which of these is not a CSI? CSI Miami, CSI New York, CSI Backwoods, or CSI Cyber?
Oh, shit.
This is good. So wait, 3 of these are real?
3 of them are real.
Okay, this is a
One of them
classic
is-
FKA
cool.
This is
approach.
classic FKA approach.
I'm pretty sure Miami is real.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm positive about.
The rest of them, I don't know.
I feel like New York is probably real. It's
I
just,
feel like maybe the original would be New York, so I don't know if it would.
yeah.
Or maybe the original. I feel like the original is actually somewhere weird, like maybe Washington D.C. Not that
I
that's
don't
weird.
know.
but
So
like-
okay, here's what I'm
Weird
thinking,
place.
Seth.
Washington.
Could the term backwoods in some way be derogatory?
I think so. Yeah.
So would CSI use a derogatory term in their show title?
I feel like they're targeting maybe people who live in what some would call the backwoods. So yeah, I don't know if they would use that term.
Right. They'd be like CSI country folk.
CSI rednecks.
CSI dirt roads. Yeah, I'm gonna say
CSI back at the ranch.
CSI. We're not in your big Democrat cities. We're out here in the backwoods.
CSI, no liberals allowed.
CSI, come and take it.
Kill him on my cold dead hands that you're investigating the crime scene of. It's quite a long title. It's on Wednesday night.
It's quite a long title. We're just gonna abbreviate it again. It's gonna be like CSI.
DBTS.
CSI, the one that comes on after WWE Friday Night SmackDown.
CSI, the one they got the rights to on USA. So what's your final answer on this one?
I'm gonna say backwoods.
Yeah,
I think backwoods
I
is
made
fair.
that one up. You got that one correct. Which one of these is my favorite? Oh, Miami, New York, or Cyber? I'll give you a hint. I've never seen Cyber. I didn't know it was real until today.
I'm gonna say Miami. I feel like that would have cooler scenery. I'm sure it's like almost exactly the same as New York, unless like the cast for New York is better. But I feel like it's basically the same show. But in Miami, you're gonna have some differences in the perps and also some differences in the locations. So I'm gonna say Miami's better.
I think you like
Better.
New
It's
York
which one
better.
do I like better? Yeah.
I think you like New York better, Reed, and let me tell you why. It's because if you wanted to watch a crime/cop TV show in Miami, you would watch Dexter.
No Dexter questions because they came up on the list, but it's like that's not a procedural. I feel like that's got a long overarching narrative. You're correct, Trent. I do like CSI New York the most. I can't tell you why because we haven't got to the other questions yet.
Okay.
So, all right, another CSI question. We'll do a bunch of them. Which song by The Who? I guess I could have done another one of there. Who does that? The Who does the theme song for all of the CSI shows. Okay.
Nice.
Which of these 4 The Who songs is not used in the opening credits of a CSI show? We have Baba O'Reilly.
Okay.
We have Who Are You?
Yeah.
We have Teenage Wasteland. And we have Won't Get Fooled Again.
I know this one.
I know this one too.
Okay.
It's Teenage Wasteland, right?
Because that's not a real song.
That's Baba O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Okay, word. Yeah, that's fair. that one was off the dome, so that was really got that one. It was a lot easier than I thought. I guess I could have looked up any other The Who song, huh?
Yeah.
I figured they were different.
Yeah.
Well, And can you tell me bonus point if you can attribute any of them to where they are?
Yeah, no shot.
Ooh. So I think that can you give us a list of all CSIs, or were those all of them?
So no, those are CSI. Those are the main ones. CSI New York,
Miami, and
CSI
Cyber.
Miami, and then CSI original / CSI Vegas. They're like
Vegas is where the original one is.
Yeah, it was CSI, and then they kind of went off the air, and they brought it back, and now it's CSI Vegas.
So I think the original one is The Seeker. I think
The Seeker.
Didn't you say The Seeker?
No, it's Baba O'Reilly, Won't Get Fooled Again, and Who Are You? Unless that one of those is The Seeker.
No, you should have said The Seeker. That should have been your 4th one, I think.
I've only heard those 3 The Who songs and Pinball Wizard, and I don't think Pinball Wizard would have worked very well.
Maybe for Las Vegas it could have worked.
Yeah, that's good. Nice.
Okay, well you didn't say The Seeker. I was thinking about The Seeker. I think that Who Are You is Las Vegas. I think that I Won't Get Fooled Again is Miami. Fool Me Once is Backwoods. Fool Me Twice, shame on me. Shout out George W. Bush. And I think that the other one is New York.
Yeah, Baba O'Reilly. Yeah, you nailed it. But CSI Miami, it goes the main character Horatio Kane. He'll drop some kind of like quip about this, like it was a bad day to go swimming. and then he takes off his sunglasses, and it goes, yeah! And then the song, it's awesome. It's iconic.
Damn, dude, you're selling me. You're selling me on CSI.
It was awesome. And then final CSI question here. Which of these leading men have never led a CSI show? Ted Danson, Gary Sinise, Lawrence Fishburne, Tom Selleck.
Wow.
Yeah, that's tough, dude.
Only one of them is a lie.
I'm gonna say I feel like Ted Danson and there was somebody else you said. Oh, Tom Selleck. I think that they've both been on other procedural shows, but that doesn't really help us because that's two of them.
Ted
Right.
Danson, Tom Selleck, Lawrence Fishburne, Gary Sinise.
And so maybe you're trying to fake us out by giving us somebody that was actually on a different show, but I don't know which one it would be. So,
Dude, I'm gonna say Ted Danson, not in a CSI show, because how do you go from being a bartender to being a crime scene specialist?
Yeah, them being fucking guy who's proceeding over hell. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
I'm gonna say Lawrence Fishburne.
Incorrect. Both of you, unfortunately. Tom Selleck has never been a leading man of a CSI
Okay.
before. I just want to make sure I get which one Ted Danson was first before I ask this follow-up question, which kind of gives it away a little bit. Yeah, okay. So, which two of these people were on? So, Ted Danson and either Lawrence Fishburne or Gary Sinise both were the leading man of CSI original. Can you tell me which one, between Lawrence Fishburne and Gary Sinise, which one was was another person who did, like, the front man for CSI original?
Gary Sinise. It's a 50-50.
Yeah, I'll say the other one. I don't even know who Gary Sinise is. I've never heard that name in
That's
my
Lieutenant
life.
Dan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, Trent's wrong, and Seth gets it right by right. Lawrence Fishburne was CSI for a while. So, that's pretty neat, huh?
Oh wow, Lieutenant Dan. That's crazy.
Yeah, he was CSI in New York. I knew him from
Whoa.
that first before I saw the other one.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump, yeah. Okay, is this a real procedural, yes or no, The Cleaning Lady?
Damn. I feel like yes. I feel like that's got to be first season.
Wait, this is its own show? Is that what you
Is
said?
this its own show?
Oh,
Cleaning
okay.
Lady.
It's not like an episode. Okay, never mind. The Cleaning Lady? Wow.
The Cleaning Lady.
Lady. I feel like it could be. I feel like that might be like an industry term for somebody who does, like, they collect the evidence or something from a crime scene. So I'm gonna say yes. I think that's like a cute name for a show because you're like, oh, the Cleaning Lady, what's that? But then it's actually like, no, I collect like fragments of bones from gunshot wounds
that's
or something.
bones.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm sticking with yes as well.
Yeah, you're right, but she is just a cleaning lady who gets wrapped up in, like, some kind of immigration, like, she gets blackmailed because she's got some illegal immigrants in her family or something like that. I don't know. It's the dumbest one I've ever heard of.
Okay.
So I put it on there. I just have that as one thing, because it makes me miffed. Okay, NCIS. One, do you know what NCIS stands for?
Yeah. Almost.
Okay.
It's Naval Crime Investigative Service.
Yeah, it's criminal, but it's, yeah, close
Okay.
enough.
Criminal. Okay.
Which of this one's got 6. Which of these is not a real NCIS show? NCIS Hawaii. There's also NCIS, but, like, these are spin-offs. These are all spin-offs. Which one of these spin-offs is not real?
Oh, right. So NCIS original is not on this list.
Correct. It's just NCIS not on there. NCIS is a spin-off of JAG, if you didn't know that, which is like a lawyer, like naval lawyer thing. So, which of these is not a real NCIS spin-off? We got NCIS Hawaii, NCIS New Orleans, NCIS Origins, NCIS Cadets, NCIS Los Angeles or NCIS Sydney?
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, I bet.
That's rad.
I'm pretty sure New Orleans exists. That's about as far as I can go. I would say Hawaii exists too.
I
The
feel
two
like
that I'm most skeptical of are Cadets and Sydney.
yeah, Cadets, Sydney, and I'm not sure about Origins either.
Okay. I'm going to say Origins because I feel like the origins of NCIS would be like hundreds of years ago. You know?
Yeah, I think you're thinking of X-Men. Reed.
Right. I'm thinking about NCIS Days of Future Past right now.
NCIS The Last Stand. You guys locking in Origins?
What did I? Yeah, I'll say Origins too.
Yeah, I like that.
Right, when you'd be wrong. That one's new. That one came out. That one exists.
Damn.
NCIS Cadets is the one that I had made up.
Okay.
That's a good brain you got there, man. Maybe you should be
Thank you. I try. I'm pretty proud of it.
a writer
I
at
made it myself.
CBS.
All right, which one of those is my favorite between Hawaii, New Orleans, Sydney, and Los Angeles?
Sydney, for sure. The accents get you, dude.
I'm gonna say Hawaii.
He's a sailor. He's a sailor in the water.
Oi, there's been a crime.
There's been a crime in the fucking water. What's going on? He's got something wrong with his private.
I'm gonna say it's Hawaii.
No, it's Los Angeles. I was trying to make up NCIS Hawaii for another one, and I found out that it was real. so followed up with which one of these shows is not in Hawaii? Magnum PI, Hawaii 5-0, Rescue High Surf, Matlock, Baywatch.
Oh, this is good.
Shit, dude, I think I know this one. There's only one that's not in Hawaii.
There's only one that's not in Hawaii.
Okay.
I think I know this one too.
Yeah. You gonna say it on 3?
Yeah, I'll say it on 3.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Baywatch.
The show's called it was Baywatch, and then it became Baywatch: Hawaii after the first season doing very well. So Baywatch is in Hawaii. Matlock is not in Hawaii. Magnum PI, Rescue High Surf, and Hawaii 5-0.
Where is Matlock set?
I don't know. I've never watched it. It's like a reboot now too, but it's like
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a new Matlock with what's her name?
It's not in Hawaii. That's all I like. I just know it wasn't in Hawaii because you look them up. They say they're in Hawaii a lot of time.
Well, I went on a boat tour of the town that I live in this weekend. Matlock was filmed in Wilmington, North Carolina. I don't know if it was set here, but that's where it was filmed.
Damn.
There you go.
That's kind of cool. Wasn't it?
Right.
Andy Griffith was originally Matlock, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And now it's the lady who does the orphanage owner from Annie,
Like the mean lady.
Kathy Bates.
Oh.
I think it's Kathy Bates now.
Kathy Bates. Oh, yeah. My mom's watched this show. I've seen this. Yeah, she's weird. This show is weird. I don't know how I feel about it, but like the low bar is the Matlock. The Matlock, not good. Hawaii 5-0 is my favorite one. The reboot, not the old one, but like the reboot was pretty dope. Back when I was like in middle school, I quite liked it. Which of these 4 shows, which one of these is not a CBS show? So this one actually does matter about the one. We have Bull, Found, Tracker, or SWAT.
Ooh.
All one word. Which one of these not CBS? SWAT, Found, Bull, Tracker.
Wait, was Lost CBS?
That's not on the list.
I'm just asking.
I've never seen Lost.
I'm just
That was hilarious.
I think Tracker is, because I feel like that's why I've seen the commercials. I don't know any of the other ones. I'm gonna say Bull.
Yeah.
Lost was on ABC.
What was on ABC?
Lost.
Okay, so I'm saying Found is not a CBS
Oh, Lost
show.
and Found? That's good.
Yeah.
All right, Seth, what did you say? Sorry, you said Bull?
Bull.
Yeah, Bull is a CBS show. Michael Weatherly, one of the main characters from NCIS, the actor spins off, gets his own show. Found is on NBC, and it's frankly terrible. But so this woman, she was kidnapped, and when she was held hostage, when she was a kid, and then she's no longer at kidnapped hostage. Now she tries and she saves other people from being hostages and kidnapped and stuff. But she also has the person who kidnapped her locked in her basement. So she's turning the table. So that's the
Okay, all right.
okay.
Interesting.
We'll go back
You
to
got any SVU on there? I feel like SVU is a big one.
Oh no, I don't. I've never really watched that one, so I don't have that on there. I mainly keep it to the main three that I would watch, the main those shits that I was noticing of. NCIS, there's this guy called Leroy Jethro Gibbs, right? He's the main guy, the main old guy. He slaps people on the back of the head. He's a Marine, and he's known for having a bunch of rules to life. Okay, how many rules does he have? 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, or 55?
0 through 5.
No, 50, 51, 50, 0, through 55. True.
I'm gonna say 55.
Yeah, you know what? I'll go 50.
51. All wrong.
Okay.
I can't. Sorry.
But I was closer.
All right. These four shows are all the same show. As in, there's a cop team, and they have some kind of consultant who is not a cop. And they come in, and the person who's not a cop somehow knows how to solve the crime that the professional crime cops cannot figure out and solve. Okay?
Okay.
Which one is my favorite? That is the question here. There's nothing else. These are all real shows. These all exist. Which one is my favorite? The Irrational, Sue Thomas, FBI, The Mentalist, or Castle?
Ooh. I think I know.
I don't know, but I have a guess.
I think I'm going to go with Castle because that's literally the only one that I've ever seen more than one episode of, and it's pretty good.
I was going to say Castle as well, but since Trent said Castle, I'm going to say The Mentalist because that's the other one I've heard of.
Yeah, I don't like The Mentalist. It's Castle, correct. those are actually the same show, and they came out at the same time. So they were this is the same shit.
Yeah.
They're Sue Thomas, FBI is the dumbest one I've ever heard of. I've ever witnessed. This lady's deaf, right? And so she's deaf, and then, but I mean it's cool because she's a deaf person, so that's neat. But the show is old and bad. I just kind of threw that one in there because it was interesting. All right, so there is a series of shows that are based in Chicago, all based off of civil servants. What 3 civil servants have their own show in Chicago?
Oh, for sure, Seth, we've got Chicago Fire.
Okay. I feel like there's a Chicago Med. Does that count? Sorry, I thought you were.
Sounds right.
For a second, I was thinking about individual people. I was okay, a civil servant in Chicago. Which civil servants in Chicago
aren't those civil servants? Isn't that how that?
I don't know what I would call them.
What kind of first responders then?
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
It kind of limits it a lot. There's not very many options.
Okay.
Yeah, Seth, I think we're onto something, man. I think it's Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, and Chicago PD.
Yeah, let's lock it in.
That's correct.
All right.
That's right.
All right.
See, I never would have got there if you didn't say Chicago Fire, because I was like, okay, like who's from Chicago? That's Obama? That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Lori Lightfoot. Brandon Brown.
Lightfoot.
Crazy, she get a lot of play outside the city. She's a goofball. The new guy's even worse. All three of those shows all take place on one night. One Chicago.
Weird.
Is what the event's called. What night is it? What night of the week?
I feel like Wednesday or Thursday is the most Chicago night.
Okay. These are all on NBC. I don't know if that helps. So it's not Sunday.
That's just my feeling. I don't know if you agree or disagree, Trent. I'm probably going to lock in.
I think I like Wednesday.
Yeah, let's go Wednesday. I feel like Trent, we were kind of competing before, but we're together now.
We're working together.
It's always against me, right? Yeah, it is Wednesday.
Wow.
So that's all the questions I had prepared for this. In the
Nice.
future, I'll probably do one based off the USA, because they kind of have their own brand of like weird procedural stuff, and then I'll do one about the Discovery shows and like HGTV, Animal Planet, because those are all kind of like the same. They're all owned by the same people.
So, Reed, let me ask you this, man. What's the one, if you had to suggest any procedural to me, someone who's never watched any besides a couple episodes of Castle, what would you suggest?
NCIS is probably the best one, the original one.
Okay.
NCIS regular?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
they're pretty good. I
All right.
quite enjoyed them.
Hey, well, before we wrap up for today, I did want to. I found the spooky story on Reddit / short scary stories that had the most interesting title to me. So I didn't want to leave the. Obviously, we talked about crimes and investigations and stuff like that, which is pretty spooky. But I didn't want to leave the listeners without a spooky something during this here spooky month. So, if you will permit me to read you, I hope this title is attention grabbing enough for you. Every year, our town's 18-year-olds are sacrificed to the sea gods. This year, it's my turn.
Okay. All right.
Shout out Cthulhu.
Mom said being chosen by the sea gods would feel like butterflies in my lungs. My boyfriend was chosen last year. He started choking up blood-stained water in the middle of class. Within an hour, the town elders dragged him down to the beach shallows. I didn't see his sacrifice, but I did hear his frightened cry. This sounds like something that could be investigated by NCIS, maybe.
Girl, move.
Isn't blood-stained water just blood?
Yeah. Like bloody water. Yeah, blood-stained water is a weird phrase there. Yeah. Even when they sliced Cayenne, is his name, Cayenne's voice from his throat. I don't know how they slice his voice from his throat. I heard his gurgles for breath. For mercy.
But he's drowning at the same time. Like, I'm confused on the logistics of this sacrifice. What kind of pagan god are we trying to, mean here?
Well, I heard his gurgles for breath. For mercy, our town would never grant. My town had a funny way of saying "sucks to be you" when sacrificing their 18-year-olds to appease a sea god. Being chosen did not feel like butterflies in my lungs. Waking up with salt water gushing through my mouth, I screamed for my mother. I was choking, spluttering, drowning. It hurt, straining my chest and taking hold of my heart, squeezing between phantom fists. I like that. That's a good alliteration we have there.
Phantom fists. You like that? Nice.
Yeah, I didn't know the sea gods had phantom fists. Or anyway, Mom carried me down to the shallows where the townspeople already gathered. I was forced to my knees in ankle-deep water. So cold, and yet I felt weirdly comfortable, almost at peace, enveloped in the waves. I wasn't as scared as I thought. Mom was dragged away, and a sacrificial blade pricked my throat.
How are you writing this?
I didn't even feel it. 1 second I was alive and breathing, the warm sun on my face, the cool wind rushing through my hair. Then I was sinking. Down, down. I was aware of my blood staining the water. Again, staining the water.
No, it's logistically impossible.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
There's heterogeneous liquids here.
Deeper. And somehow my lungs were still working, my breaths coming out in startled bubbles exploding around me. I could feel it, a presence pulling me down. It was warm and cozy, and somehow I was alive. I could move, catapulting my body further down. It was only when I began to see towering underwater landscapes, a whole city bustling with fish, did excited bubbles pour out of my mouth. Schools of fish flew past me. Merpeople carrying tiny mer babies with fluttering tails.
Little gifts of mer babies.
I recognized them, Maya and Olivia, who were sacrificed 2 years prior. They swam past me with brand new tails growing from their torsos, completely blanking me. I don't know what that means either. I followed them, aware my human legs were a little slower. I stopped, however, then I glimpsed him, Kyan, the boyfriend, who was choking up blood-stained water not that long ago.
Asking for mercy.
He was beautiful, sporting a long silver tail. His dark curls were adorned with seaweed, like a prince. Kyan, this person tried to scream, but they had no voice. Instead, red-tinged bubbles exploded from my mouth. I started towards
red-stained bubbles. All right.
I don't know. I started towards him, but his eyes were strangely empty, hollow. Looking closer, I noticed seaweed wrangled around his throat, markings carved into his arms and face. He swam past me, tailed by a bulging fish-like thing that resembled a girl. In her arms, a tiny baby with bulging eyes and a deformed head, with Kyan's features. Finally, the voice in my head was an inhuman boom. Above me, the inky darkness of a gnawing mouth. And out of that mouth, thousands of mutated fish people resembling men. Another female, they said.
Tough. Bad situation to be in, I think, for her. Just assuming probably not a great situation for her to be in at the moment. I mean, albeit she was already sacrificed, but like this is even worse probably. She's about to get utilized by tons of fish people.
Yeah, so it's kind of like we're doing like maybe the Handmaid's Tale, but we've got mer people involved.
There's a little fish sacrifice buy-in before we
the
get
Mermaid's Tale. That's what it is. Yeah, you know, it wasn't very scary. It was weird.
It was really weird.
It does feel like fan fiction from like maybe a 13-year-old.
I think, frankly, I hate to give him credit, but R.L. Stine could have done a better job. I think.
Yeah, one of the comments here is, "I'm sorry, I don't get it."
Nice.
Oh, well, anyway, just wanted. Hopefully, that was spooky enough to keep everybody to keep everybody entertained for the week. So.
Are you not entertained?
Oh man.
Well, you let us know how you want to be, ritually sacrificed at fkthepod@gmail.com or on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok or Threads at fkthepod. Or let us know about anything else that we talked about. What was your favorite CBS, Fox, or NBC procedural from now or back in the day? Have you ever seen any of these shows? You like SWAT? You an avid fan of the cleaning lady? I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Thanks for listening. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas.
Welcome to the pod, where we spill the tea. FKA, yeah, that's me. We're gonna dive deep into the topics you need. Sit back, relax, and let's plant the seed. From pop culture to politics, we'll discuss it all. No filter, no censors, just having a ball. Get ready for the laughs and the deep conversations. FKA, the pod, your ultimate destination. FKA, the pod, your ultimate destination. FKA, the pod, bringing you the real. No sugar coating, just raw deal. Join us every week, tune in and see. FKA, the pod, when we set you free. FKA, the pod, when we set